This is Air Force Television News with Staff Sergeant Gary Quesenberry.
Hundreds of thousands in Central America are still reeling from one of the worst hurricanes on record. And once again, the Air Force finds itself center stage in the recovery and relief efforts. It was a nightmare that still exists for the people of Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Guatemala. Massive walls of water brought on by days of torrential rain, mudslides engulfing entire villages, whole cities left as islands in a sea of muddy brown water, and a relief effort that quickly turned into an international effort. The president of Honduras called it a panorama of death. The Air Force men and women involved in the relief effort say that is an accurate description. They and their counterparts in the other military services are part of a joint task force effort at Soto Cano Air Base in Honduras. Staff Sergeant Darren Wiley and Senior Airman Jeff Thompson watched as the buildup of this effort began. We begin with reporter Wiley.
The torrential rain pounded the mountains around Soto Cano Air Base for days without stopping. It turned a small creek into a raging river, threatening the very infrastructure of this isolated base. The base did lose access to food, water, and fuel, but the rain finally stopped.
This was hell. There's no doubt about that.
One of the first priorities, returning this link with the outside world to something resembling normal, while at the same time launching a massive relief effort. That relief was already in need by thousands of displaced Hondurans.
But this is a significant dilemma for not just Honduras, the rest of South America. It's quite a calamity, and we need to take a long view in our planning and a long view in our operations.
The key to this relief effort was and still is airlift. It is the only way that many of those that have survived this massive tragedy can be reached and helped. Senior Airman Jeff Thompson examines the first push of aid that made its way from Soto Cano to the hard-hit coastal region of Honduras.
La Ceiba, Honduras. Over 1 million homeless, people stranded everywhere. Roads, bridges, whole villages, gone. This is the only way to get flood relief to those who survived. Members of this Air National Guard unit are among the thousands involved in an international relief effort.
Over the next couple days and weeks, it's probably only going to get worse down there for them, so hopefully we can supply a little bit of relief and get them back on their feet.
Relief in the form of food and medical supplies. Relief that will end up in the hands of those whose only hope is to see tomorrow. With an estimated 250,000 people left homeless and thousands dead in Honduras alone, this C-130 crew continues to haul more precious aid to La Ceiba. They'll return as soon as possible with another load. Senior Airman Jeff Thompson, Air Force News, La Ceiba, Honduras.
The fact that Air Force men and women are overworked, overdeployed, and underpaid hasn't escaped the attention of the man in charge. F. Witten Peters says